The longest-running Juneteenth celebration in Illinois returns to the Forest City for its 33rd year.
23 News reporter Connor Hollingsworth talks with organizers and attendees about the importance of this federal holiday and why they think it brings the community together.
On June 16, 2021, Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill that called for Juneteenth to become a state holiday. Just one day later, it was made a federal holiday by President Joe Biden. But for the last 3 decades, it has been something in Rockford, a celebration.
When it's a weekend, we collaborate with other people.
Juneteenth falls on a Monday this year, so for many of you lucky ducks, that means a 3-day weekend and the chance to get out and enjoy the lovely weather. One way to do that is at Rockford's 2-day Juneteenth celebration.
Juneteenth could be the type of holiday that brings other ethnic groups with the free descendants of the slaves together. That's my hope.
And for the celebration's chairman, Tommy Meeks, there's no better way to do that than dancing, live music, talent shows, and renowned state line figures.
Juneteenth is all about bringing communities together. It's about bringing neighbors together to celebrate our history, but also to reinvigorate ourselves to where we need to be, that our work is not yet done.
Visitors were able to buy from different clothing vendors and talented artists.
I wanted to add to the sunshine and the glow of Juneteenth.
Organizations like the YMCA were on hand to provide information on summer programs.
So we have free goodies, but we also highlight in all of our programs, team programs, we're highlighting our memberships and also swimming this summer.
And people in the mood to party could even try this thing. Attendees, sellers and organizers agree, since Juneteenth has become a national holiday, they hope to see a push to make it a day where the community can come together, celebrate together, and make memories together.
The store's packed, the grocery store's packed. Every culture at the grocery store, because they're all buying stuff so they can barbecue today.
There has been a progression of work. We have to keep moving forward. We cannot afford to be able to stop or to be pushed back.
Other people have played a part in freeing the slaves, as well as the slaves played a part in freeing themselves. This is a unifying effort to bring America together.